Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. When last I left off, I was finishing up the main quest regarding a colony that was apparently overrun by a plant. Of course, I didn't actually know that was happening at the time that I went, but that's pretty much what ended up happening. And I was finishing up some of the assignments that were on there while I was at it. Now, unfortunately, I did find out the hard way that one of the assignments was a bit bugged. Or at least I'm assuming it's bugged. I couldn't find it at the time that I was given the assignment, and when it came time to kind of go back to the area, the elevator leading all the way back to the that main location was completely cut off, so I couldn't use it anymore, and I just assume it's some weird bug. I have no idea how I'm supposed to finish that assignment, and I'm assuming I'm not going to because there's no real reason why that thing shouldn't work. What's on the agenda today is I'm going to try to see if there's any other assignments before moving on to the main quest. At least for the time being, try to see what else is left over to do, and then I'll probably get started on one of the other main assignments and main quests. I do kind of wonder how long this game is, because so far we're only really dealing with the one enemy, the one threat, which is Saren. And I don't see anything outside of Saren and the Geth sort of casually or anything being hinted at other than what's going on with those two specific individuals and the information that's being given to me involving these ancient Protheans and whatnot. It just seems like these are the only real threats for this particular game, and that's it. It's sort of like a domino effect. This happens and then the events of the next two games sort of like are the occurrence of whatever's happening here. I should probably only really think about and focus on what's going on right now as opposed to trying to figure out what's going to happen eventually. I am finding myself very interested in the events of everything that's happening here, so it doesn't really matter. And with that said, if you'd like to see, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Ring the bell if you want to see more, and let's get into Mass Effect. Okay. Journal. Oh yeah, there are some things involving... Yeah, this is never gonna get done, so I'm not even gonna worry about this one. But these are interesting. Logs for the freighter on Pharos showed large deliveries being made to a system in the Voyager cluster. Strange thing is, there's nothing out that way that would warrant such demand for supplies. Head to the Amazon system in the Voyager cluster and investigate. I think I'll do that. Voyager system. Okay. Alright, here it is. Make sure there's no other one? Okay.
Incoming signal from 5th Fleet HQ on the Citadel.
Commander Shepard, something uncomfortable has just come up. In the First Contact War, we fired a lot of espionage probes into Turian space. We just received a mission complete burst from one of them.
Yeah, that's kind of a that's a pretty big delay.
In the meantime,
no idea. Lost in transit. These probes were built in a hurry after First Contact.
what makes this uncomfortable?
Yeah,
When
what?
these probes were launched, we didn't have any idea who we were fighting. We didn't want to risk aliens examining our technology. The probe has a demo nuke built in. A 20-kiloton tactical fusion warhead. About equal to the bomb dropped on Hiroshima back in the 20th. If somebody finds that probe, tampers with it, you don't need me to finish, Commander.
Yeah, that's pretty serious. I would say get a bomb disposal team, but that's kind of mean. We'll just acknowledge the seriousness of it all.
I understand this must be handled, but I don't have anyone trained to deal with this sort of thing, sir.
I know. I wouldn't ask if it wasn't important. These probes have been classified for 26 years. The Council will call fusion bomb booby traps dangerous and irresponsible. The Alliance would face censure if they find this probe. I'm asking you because the Normandy can get on site quickly and quietly. It's in the Voyager cluster.
Yeah, it shouldn't be there.
It's in the Voyager cluster. That's the opposite side of the Alliance from Turian space. How did it get there?
I don't know. It's possible someone recovered it safely and brought it there. It's also possible it got very badly lost. It could have been wandering the relay network since the war.
All right, yeah, whatever. We'll handle it. Yeah.
We'll get on it immediately, Admiral. And we'll be discreet.
I appreciate that, Commander. Good luck.
The heck was that sound?
Fifth Fleet out.
Anyway. Cybin. Drelmar. No other one? No? Okay. It'd have to be one of these. Probably this one. Survey, never mind. Small rock and ice planet. Cybin has an extremely thin atmosphere and hydrogen sulfide, no thing. Its frozen surface was mainly composed of magnesium and silicates. I've never heard of that. There must be something. With deposit of iron. Cybin's crust contains significant deposits of green serpentine a mineral formed by volcanic activity. This suggests Cybin was more geologically active world than distant past. Geosynchronous orbit. Unmanned probe marked with okay. Tremar is a standard hydrogen helium gas giant with traces of methane and nitrogen in its upper atmosphere. Explosive. Scans from orbit. Nitrogen. Okay, cool. Was it Dernuka? Something like that. Is an enormous terrestrial world, nearly twice the size of Earth. Its environment is similar to that of Mars, arid and a mix of craggy basalt highlands and sand-scoured deserts of iron-laced silicate dust. The air must be horrible. Dernuka's atmosphere mainly consists of carbon dioxide and argon, but the planet's mass is great enough that measured amounts of helium and even molecular hydrogen remain trapped in this atmosphere. The planet's gravity well is deep enough that it has collected nearly a dozen small satellites. Most captured asteroids. Its surface is scarred by many large impact craters, marking the final resting place of other captured asteroids. Huh. That's interesting. Maybe that's the reason why. Oh, this is the one we have to go to. Oh, we'll come back to this. Sondma, no, whatever, is the second of the Amazon system's arid superterrestrial worlds. It is considerably less dense than its neighbor Denuka, and has an atmosphere of carbon dioxide, ethane, its frozen surface mainly composed of iron-laced silicates with deposits of sulfur. Palladium. Agebinium or Agebinium is a small terrestrial world with an extremely thin atmosphere, carbon dioxide, and krypton. Though the planet has sufficient mass to maintain such a thicker atmosphere, much of it has been blasted away. The red giant Amazon is a long period viable star, currently at the nadir of a 16-year cycle. At peak, its energy output doubles, lashing Agebinium with intense heat and radiation. The crust is mainly composed of aluminium. Actually, I'm just pronouncing things wrong all day long, aren't I? I know, well, I pronounce it aluminum, but every now and again I'll let it slip, aluminium. But it's aluminum with deposits of tin. Much of the surface is coated with fine silicon dust, which easily penetrates the smallest cracks. Smaller cracks the foul machinery. Okay. So this is gonna be fun. Ooh. I do kind of wonder what would... I keep trying to push X. It's not X, it's square. You know, I haven't used Garrison in a bit. I don't know. I almost did this. I think I might. Just to see how that works. But then again... Man, okay. She hates aliens, so... Okay, well... I guess we can do something like this. Wow, it's all red. Oh man, okay. This place is red as hell. First things first, Alliance homing beacon. That might actually be useful to do first. Anomaly. This looks like I might have to fight another one of those worm creatures, so I might have to be careful. This looks interesting though. That, yeah, that open area seems like it might be dangerous. I gotta be careful. As much as I do enjoy experience points, the last thing I'd really want is to be completely destroyed the moment I get on this planet. I'm not gonna risk it. Let's just hurry this along. Oh, interesting. I'm kind of used to seeing these things like completely destroyed for some reason.
The signal is coming from a mine?
Suspicious.
I concur. This did not crash. Someone moved it here.
Oh. Doesn't really change our
There's
objective.
a nuclear weapon down there. We can't abandon it. Just stay on guard.
Affirmative.
I didn't mean to be here this quickly, but you know what? Yeah, let's go ahead and take this. Let's go ahead and deal with this now. I should probably check my stuff real fast. Yeah, let me do that. Yeah, let me do that real fast. Okay. Now, I didn't really actually change anything. I just wanted to make sure that I was in a good enough position where I'm not gonna get my absolute ass handed to me as soon as I come in here. So, at the very least, I did the best I could with what I had available to me. Nothing's on the map, so I should probably keep my gun out just to be on the safe side. Again, there's no way to know if this place isn't like booby trapped or whatever. With my luck, it'll probably have like all kinds of crazy weird things inside of it. Oh, what the hell?
That was a detonator, Commander.
Yeah, I kind of noticed.
Shepard, at last.
Huh? Explain
You
yourself.
caused the cave-in? What's the meaning of this?
My name is Ilanos Halliot. I doubt you know it. Who do you think runs the Terminus clan, Shepard, huh? Thousands of pirates, slavers, criminals of every stripe?
An acclaimed leader.
In most criminal organizations, it's the one who's recognized as the most successful.
That's correct. The one who kills the most men, seizes the most ships, pillages the most colonies. 3 years ago, I was the strongest. I used my influence to assemble a fleet. We would drive your kind out of the Verge.
Hmm. 3 years ago.
You're
Skillian
the one
Blitz.
behind the attack on Elysium.
I was the motivator, the instigator, the one who promised glory and riches for sacking the largest human colony in the cluster, the one blamed when it failed. Failed! I was ruined when your kind held against the Blitz. What better way to recover my reputation than by eliminating the first human Spectre?
Don't underestimate me.
We'll find a way out of here.
I rather doubt that. Goodbye, Shepard.
What do we do now, Shepard?
No one
We've got air
panic.
and light, and the Normandy's still in orbit. Let's look for another way out.
There's no time to get out. You have to disable the bomb before it goes off. Really? Okay. You've disabled the bomb. Alrighty. Sweet. That wasn't so bad. So... He just locked the door and expected me to die. That's funny. Not a very good bad guy. Like a Bond villain. Alrighty. Oh man, we're way the hell out of here. Wait, hold on. Yeah, why is our Mako like way down here? Oh, that's interesting. Let me go around. I don't want to like fall all the way down there. Does this look like? Yeah, it is. Stiletto. I don't know. Whatever. I need to get into this car. This is my only way, my only means of defense. Went through a lot of trouble to draw you here. Pity it ended like this for him, at least. Now that you're above ground, your suit radio has reestablished connection to normally. Time to get the hell out of here. I could do that. Is that what this is, right? Yeah. It's just something I can look at. All right, Scavenger corpse. Cover artifact. Oh, that's right. I have artifacts I have to start picking up too. This body is a long way from anything that appears to have been here quite some time. On the body is a book of drawings, including one of the Siglar outpost insignia. Okay. Okay, well, let's see. I'm gonna go ahead and yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and pick this up, and then I will warp back to the Normandy as soon as I can. So I'll just cut all this part out so y'all don't have to watch me just drive around aimlessly. Nothing will, I promise, nothing major will happen. Anyway, okay. I guess that's it. Oh, you know what? I didn't even check the yeah, this. Oh, okay. I guess that was it. Yeah, I didn't really have to say much about it. Okay, while on Pharos, you found a personal log of an Exogeny employee. The doctor's notes seem to express some concern about samples they provided to a group he referred to only as Cerberus. Cerberus. The logs mentioned something about the Matano? Yeah, the Matano system in the Maroon Sea cluster. That would be a good place to start your investigation. Maroon cluster? Okay. Okay. I actually don't even remember. Ah. I was gonna say, I don't even remember if I've ever actually seen that. Potano. What is this? Oh, nothing. Running around at the speed of sound. Soupe. Soupe has composition of an ice dwarf planet, but is unusually large for such a body. Excuse me, I have to burp. It has a trace atmosphere of krypton and xenon. Rose's surface is dotted with the deposits composed of potassium and light metals brought to the surface by cryovolcanic processes. Oh, interesting. Soupe's ice surface was often used as a source of potable water by passing merchant vessels. Since the Alliance claimed the intersystem world of Chaska, satellites placed in orbit automatically bill any vessel landing on the world for the mass of water removed from the surface. Exogeny has had such a difficult time keeping these satellites operational that they often meet with accidents caused by impact with jettisoned ship debris. So yeah. Makes sense. People were like passing by them and tossing stuff out at them. I'm gonna say that's Ilpa or Yipa. Anyway, is a hydrogen helium gas giant with an unusual ruby color caused by contaminants in the atmosphere. The world has over 120 moons, one of the highest total of all known systems. It's crazy. Once full development of Chaska colony begins, a helium-3 refining infrastructure will be developed in the IPA system. Concentrated on the large ice moon of Connerea, something like that. I couldn't even do anything to that one anyway. That might be it. Yeah, I kind of figured that one is going to be it. NT is a terrestrial planet with the atmosphere composed of ammonia and helium. Its surface is mainly composed of sodium oxide with deposits of magnesium. Its density is rather low, leaving the planet tide locked to Matano. Interesting. NT is a unremarkable world, drawing little more than cursory scans for surface pirate anchorages when Alliance patrols into the system. Apo, craggy world of ingenious igneous. I'm trying to, for some reason my brain completely wrote that igneous and basaltic mountains. Apo or whatever is racked by constant geologic activity. While volcanic hotspots are rare, continental plates are constantly piling up new mountains. Oh, that's a crazy planet. Subducting old ones or causing slips along transformed faults. Apo has a dense atmosphere composed of nitrogen and carbon monoxide due to the constant earthquakes and landslide activity. Surface exploration is not advised. The rubble-covered wreck of a half-dozen expeditionary ships stand in mute testament to the planet's instability. Yeah, insane instability, actually. I knew we were probably gonna end up landing on this. Man, that's a lot of reading. Chaska is a large but low-density world, fundamentally similar to its inter-neighbor Inti. Like Inti, Chaska is tidally locked to Mateno. The same side always faces the sun, resulting in a scorching day side and a frozen night side. In the temperate areas around the Terminator, temperatures average around 30 Celsius. Combined with the nitrogen-oxygen atmosphere, this slender band of habitable terrain allows limited colonization by humans. Chaska's ring is unique. It appears to be, for lack of a better term, a massive piece of alien installation art. The rings are made of small pieces of synthetic material and are almost invisible from space. From the ground, they catch and scatter the light of Mateno in picturesque ways. It is not known who created the ring or when. Chaska is very early development, with little more than a few pioneer teams scattered across the surface. Information is being collated about native hazards and ecology, while a massive colonist recruiting drive is gearing up back on Earth. Why would they want to colonize this planet anyway? Oh crap, wrong button. I did not mean to do that. Oh great. I guess I could stick to the same team as I did before, but wait, what team did I have before? Let me try this team. It's gonna bite me in the ass, but I'm gonna do it anyway. Nice. Civilian structure, another civilian structure. Science facility, anomaly, debris. I'll go to this one. No. Let me check this anomaly first. At the very least, might prove to be fruitful. Oh my goodness, I forget how I'm like being pushed around. I gotta figure out a better way to get through these areas. My idea is to just go around. I'm still gonna end up having to climb stuff, but still. Oh man, some of this terrain is just way too rocky. I'm pretty sure they did that on purpose just to like to hassle you. Oh wow, that's nice. Oh, I should probably try to go down. There it is. It's not exactly what I was going for, but sweet. Okay, light metal surveyed. I was trying to go to this weird anomaly, see what it is, but it seems like it's a bit out of the way. Like I legit have to go all the way around a lot of this terrain. And they intentionally made it a big hassle for some reason. Kinda went around. Whatever this anomaly is, it better not be like on top of that, because I can't even get up there. I think it is on top. God dang it. Sweet, finally made it. They didn't need to make this a hassle. They really didn't.
I'm on my way.
Oh, there's a lot of cool stuff here. Time to start taking stuff. Nice. Ooh, and a bunch of money too. Great. Cover artifact. Okay, Prothean data disk recovered. There were several small Prothean artifacts in the crate, including an impact Prothean data disk. It appears to be in excellent condition. Awesome. Oh, there's another one. Yeah, I'm gonna climb to the top of this thing. Nice.
Just lead the way.
You lead, I'll follow.
Huh. Yeah, I guess they just put this way up here for it to be like a bit of a hassle. Huh. They really didn't need to do that. I was gonna go up. I was gonna explore the terrain anyway. So, all right, let's see what the civilian structure is. It always feels like, again, it feels like these open areas are ripe with like giant worms.
Looks deserted.
I've got it back. How horrible.
It doesn't look that
The
deserted.
entire colony must have been transformed.
Okay. I guess I have to start checking my stuff real fast before going in there. So yeah, let me do that. Alrighty. Oh, this place is okay. Shotgun. fine by me.
Perimeter clear.
Containment cells. Some of these doors don't even open. Sludge canister. What is this? Oh. More guns. That reminds me, I do need find some Quarian armor for what's her face. Change some more there. Okay, I guess there's nothing else in here. Guess we'll go to the other that other location. I think there's another colony. If this one's like this, then there's no reason not to think that there's more like this. Incendiary explosive. Oh, sweet. Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna check the other colony. Science facility, civilian structure, debris. Huh. Should I do the science facility first? Nah. Colony of the dead. I imagine it would be much better just to check the colonies first before heading to the facility.
Heading to position.
What is that? Oh, they're like bodies out here. Okay. Oh dear. Okay. Crap.
Here it comes.
Come on, come on.
Negative contacts.
I don't see any so-called clues anywhere. Yeah, I don't see anything. Oh, okay. Oh man. Oh boy. There's a bunch of stuff in here though, so. Armageddon. I'm getting some good stuff. Surprised this isn't open. All right, let's just head outside. And then we'll head to the science facility, I guess. Yeah. It looks like there's stuff at the facility. Yeah, I think so. Let me go around. Or at least try to, because again, they make this really hard. Come on. Nice. Okay, cool.
Heading out.
Okay. Oh yeah, I see them on the map now. Okay.
Hostile contact!
Oh, so they're just everywhere.
Shields down. Catching you up.
All targets down.
Oh, they come out of this thing? I think they came out of these things. I think I see a survivor on the map. But first, a detour. No, there's nothing in here. Never mind. They do tend to reuse maps. No, I guess there wasn't a survivor. Blue wire. I'm gonna have to start clearing out my inventory pretty soon. Very soon, actually. A functioning object. I think some of that was armor. Colonial Pioneer team rarely consists of more than a few dozen specialists. It's clear that none of them have survived. The Cerberus group has a lot to answer for here. Oh yeah, definitely. Okay. Colony of the Dead. Yeah, I already did it. Okay. That's all I needed to do, I guess. I wonder why it's still lit up though. That is very strange. Maybe it's just one of those things where like it doesn't go away until you leave. I don't know. Oh, there's more stuff. More stuff to pick up. All right, let's just go ahead and leave. Get back to the Normandy. Okay. Investigate facility. You found confidential transmission while on Pharos and clears area. Research Nodacrux. Nodacrux is located in Vostock system of the Maroon Sea cluster. Okay, it's the same area though. Same general area. I'm gonna get this started.
Looks like we've got an active distress
Whoa.
beacon on the planet below, Commander. No message, just a locator signal.
No message. Okay. Nodacrux is a verdant world with abundant water temperature climate, thick nitrogen oxygen atmosphere, and a rich ecosystem. It would seem to be perfect for life. A relatively high percentage of oxygen makes humans feel energized and alive, though it has also allowed insect analogs to grow to frightful sizes. Fortunately, Nodacrux is a case of almost not quite. Thunderstorms are as common as on Earth, but in Nodacrux's thicker, oxygen-rich atmosphere, they are deafening and spark constant wildfires. More damning, however, are the large and ubiquitous tufts of pollen that float on the high-pressure air. In humans and other oxygen-breathing species, they cause severe or lethal allergic reactions. Oh, okay, so I would guarantee die on that because I have like the worst allergies. Like I stop breathing in the middle of the night, they're so bad. Okay, now, since I use those, I'm gonna try these two. Plus, I want to check out some other gear too while I'm at it. Wee. Oh, we landed right next to something. Science facility, debris anomaly. Okay. Well, we landed right next to something, so I might as well check that out while I'm at it. Oh. Thorian Creeper. Thorian. Oh. Where do you think you're going? Okay, so whatever happened, this is probably the reason why there was that weird signal. Decryption too low. Oh, come on. You gotta be kidding me. I don't think I can go in there. No, I can't. It's just really strange there'd be Thorian creepers out here. Okay, well, anyway. Science facility. Let's just go there. Go straight there. Won't lollygag any further than I need to. Oh, it looks like there's something going on. I wonder if it's tied to those Thorians. Oh no! There's gotta be an easier way of doing this. Damn, I even went around just so I wouldn't have to deal with harsh terrain. It is. It has something to do with the Thorians. Alright, that's just good. Alright. I most certainly think there's gonna be something in here. Oh, great. Oh. I know what that is. I wonder, do they pick their own weapons? Or do I have to pick it for them? I mean, I'll let them select their own weapons if they want to. I think that's how it works. I was just curious because it seemed like they're picking the most basic weapons, like the handguns for these guys. Very strange to me.
Rescuers?
Oh,
Thank God. See? I told you somebody would come to investigate that signal. My name is Dr. Ross, Chief Exogeny Researcher at this facility. We've been trapped in this room for days.
some reason it was cutting off the dialogue and I don't know why.
Water. You got here just in time.
Okay, I'm gonna need some answers, but you're okay now, because I'd like to know what happened here, but I'm gonna reassure them first.
I need to know what's going on. Why is this place crawling with Thorian creepers?
That's not what I asked.
How do you know about the Thorian?
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Okay.
I know what Exogeny was up to. I saw what they let the Thorian do to those colonists, so I destroyed it.
Our secret's out then. No point in my lying. You already know the worst. The creepers here were created using altered samples from the specimens on Pharos. We discovered a way to turn them into docile, obedient servants.
They didn't seem very docile or
Everything was
obedient.
going fine until a few days ago. Then all the creepers suddenly went berserk. Only a handful of us made it back into the safety of this room.
What about the other
Any
survivors?
chance some of the other people at the base might still be alive?
I doubt it. Too many creepers out there. They never stood a chance. We're the only ones left.
Why didn't you send a clear message asking for help? All we had was that signal from the emergency beacon.
This is a closed communications base.
They didn't want anybody asking
Jenny was
questions.
worried about someone on the project selling secrets to a rival firm or reporting our work to the authorities. We have no direct communication with the outside, only the emergency beacon. It sends a general distress signal to the Exogeny site on Pharos. They're supposed to send a team to respond inside of 24 hours, but it sounds like they had problems of their own.
Yeah, and I solved it.
Any idea why they turned on you?
Maybe there was still some kind of link between the Creepers and the Thorian back on Pharos. The Thorian was unlike any other life form we've ever studied. I can't explain how, but maybe when it died, it somehow set off the Creepers here.
I suppose. But I think I think I did get that message afterwards.
I've heard all I need to.
Look, I know what we did here was wrong. I'll admit that. But it's over now. There's no sense reporting this to the authorities, right?
Well, people lost their lives. I mean, I have to report this.
You were in charge of this project. The safety of the staff was your responsibility. They trusted you, and you betrayed that trust.
Be reasonable. I didn't mean for this to happen. Besides, how does it help anyone if I end up in jail? Normally, Exogeny would have my back, but it sounds like they're going to have their hands full cleaning up the mess on Pharos. But I've got money. A nice little emergency fund I set up. It's yours if you let us go.
Yeah,
The
I can't do
victims here
that.
deserve justice. I have to take you in.
That's not going to happen. Open fire.
Oh,
Open
come
fire.
on. Exogeny's second-rate marks proved no match to a trained Alliance Marine. With the last of the science crew dead, there's no reason to linger here. Hey, look. Oops and all that, but still, they didn't want to come willfully. I guess the worst happened. There was no real reason why they couldn't just come with us. Why are you down there? Man, all these things are, my skill things are too low. I have to figure out how to get a higher skill thing. Like to unlock doors, like to unlock things like that. I assume it's part of my character's inability to do that. Like they're not really a tech person. I assume that's why. But I figured you can augment that a little bit by having actual tech and actual like team members who are really good at that stuff. So I don't know. Maybe there's something to it. And back to the ship though. Or something. Okay, well, it looks like that's gonna be it for today. I did about 3 assignments. They all went exactly the way I assumed was going to happen. The exception of the last one, because for whatever reason, they just couldn't be taken to jail. I don't know. Tried to do the right thing. They attacked me. It was self-defense, Your Honor. What I'm going to kind of change up a little bit of this, not the assignments, but the exploratory aspects of going to the different planets. You probably won't be seeing me doing a whole lot of exploring. I'll probably go straight to whatever the objective is, and then maybe off camera I'll re-explore the planet properly and just pick up all the stuff that's left over. That way you don't have to watch me like driving around and struggling to go up a wall or whatever like that. Like for some reason that to me that seems kind of boring to watch. Maybe there's a couple of moments where that seemed pretty hilarious to some people, but for the most part there really isn't anything outside of just what's on the planet on the way towards whatever the objective is. If I have an assignment that involves going to a specific planet, you'll probably only ever really see me do that one objective and nothing involving the collecting of the different debris and items and anomalies or what have you. It'll just make it easier, and I can cut out a little more of the fat by doing that. I think it'll make a lot of these videos go along much faster, or at least the playthroughs go along much faster. So who knows? Because I am the only one editing these videos. So if I cut out too much, it looks like I'm cutting out a lot of random stuff. If I don't cut out enough, then there's a bunch of dead air or whatever. I have to find a weird balance between the two. In any case, we're gonna leave it here. We'll get started on one of the main assignments or missions or whatever you want to call them in the next episode. Don't know which one, but it's gonna be one of those. And with this, thank you for watching. Please remember to like, comment, subscribe, and the bell if you want to see more, and see you next video. Later.